Hey, it's your boy Bobby V's here. I want to talk about a subject that come to mind, and that's pretty much Lamar versus Cane. Now, how would that play out? That would be an interesting fight, wouldn't it? Basically, when it comes down to it, for those of you who do not know who Lamar is, Lamar's pretty much the main guy who's the bad guy in BMF. He's been pretty much doing everything he can. He's pretty much a guy, he was an old school gangster. He had himself established around on the streets. He goes away for a couple of years. Big Meech and everybody done took over. He doesn't like that. None of that. Big Meech is with his baby mama, even though it's not the baby. And basically, when it comes down to it, he's mad. He want to take everything back. He does what he does to set things up. He has old boy, the leader of his old hood, taken out, and he beats the mess out of the second in command to take over. And the next thing you know, guys, now been ambushed and overthrown, and now he is pretty much running around wanting to shoot people, kill people. Lamar is one of the most ruthless characters I've ever seen. I said that when it came down to it, he is a lot like Dre, and he's a lot like Dre in a lot of ways. Like, they will do anything to get their point across. The thing is with Dre's point was survival. Lamar's point is what he wants. He snaps. He's losing his mind. This is a man that clearly has issues. So that's pretty much the situation when it comes down to it with Lamar. Now, in regards to Cane, we know Cane pretty much acts exactly like Lamar. Cane is pretty much one of the main dudes in Power Book 2 Ghost. He is the enemy of Tariq, even though some people are saying they're friends. We'll see. When it comes down to it, he's one of the main enemies that Tariq has, and he moves and operates a lot like Lamar. He's a guy who, when he was around his family, he was the number 2 under his mother. He was pretty much the gun, and he was everything. But the thing is about him was that when Tariq came in, he pretty much was jealous of Tariq. He didn't trust him. He doesn't really care for him. And not only that, he's a daddy's boy. He wanted to be his father's dude. Like, he's the number 1 guy. He's doing everything he can to pretty much take over the Tejada family. However, when it comes down to it, he did everything to mess it up because he was creating beefs that they didn't need. He was just doing all kind of stuff, and he even tried to have Tariq killed before. So when it comes down to it, you have 2 dudes who pretty much don't care for nobody, and they will go after anybody to do anything. So when it comes down to it, who will win this fight? I'm not completely sure. They're very similar in a lot of ways if you really look at it, because they both will do anything, and you have to be very careful about these type of people. We have people around us like this in our lives, and we need to be very, very careful. We need to be very careful of those type of people. So when it comes down to it, when it comes to Lamar would get at Cane in some sort of slick slide way, but Lamar, to some degree, in my opinion, is not really up there as an advance. The only person he was looked at was really on his side was his best friend, and he betrayed him, and he was losing his mind. Now, Cane has a habit of losing his mind, but to some degree, Cane can kind of put some thoughts together. So if Cane and Lamar was going head to head with each other, I think that Cane would probably outthink Lamar, because Cane can keep a cool head to some degree, even though he's angry as well. But Lamar, when he loses it, he loses it. So when it comes down to Cane would probably take out Lamar. How I think it would happen, basically, Lamar would be going around, looking around for Cane, while Cane is looking for Lamar, looking at Lamar. Next thing you know, Lamar and Cane is in a big shootout, and basically what I think is going to happen is Cane's going to take Lamar out when they get into the shootout. This is my whole reason why I'm saying that. Remember, Lamar is more of the snap guy. So if Cane let him get an advantage, it's done. But I don't think Cane would do that. I think Cane would try to outsmart him, and he would take Lamar out. So that's pretty much why I think things would go there. But I just want to say to all of you, that's my opinion. You may think that Lamar may win, and he may. And you may think Cane may win, and he may. At the end of the day, I think that Cane will win. But when it comes down to it, we'll see how things go out. But I just want to say to all of you that it is your boy, Bobby V's here. I just want to say much love, much respect. Hold it down. And
hey, it's your boy, Bobby V's here. Wanted to talk about my new book, Shit's Not Checkers, It's Chess. Life is a game, and you have to learn how to beat it. Coming November the 9th.